Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel, and we are here to talk to you about psychological, emotional, and coaching related topics on a regular basis. We've got over 400 audios for you to check out, variety of topics. Hopefully, there's something that's of benefit to you. If there's something you'd like to hear and it's not here, please feel free to reach out. Also, please like, subscribe, comment below if you'd like coaching, entertainment, business, life, or relationship coaching available for all folks. We want to help as many people as we can in 2021. The best way to do that is to get in touch through my website that is available in the About Me section of this YouTube channel or at PO Perception on Twitter. Today we're going to talk about struggles of smart people. Lots of people believe that if you're hyper intelligent or in the top echelon of intelligence, that life is simple and easy. That is not always the case. This is because the brains of these individuals most often can be wired differently, are wired differently, and so it creates different emotional reactions. These individuals may be ADHD, ADD, issues with depression and anxiety can also pop up because a highly sensitive person, a highly intelligent person, is going to have thought of every possible way that things can go right, every possible way that things can go wrong, and if things don't feel right to this individual, and they can see the potential disaster or danger that's coming in a situation, they're going to be more likely to panic and be uncomfortable. And so like a heightened sense of needing kind of that perfection can create mental and emotional instability and potential illness. Now that doesn't mean that every person who's hypersensitive and hyper intelligent is going to go through that, but there are certain mental and emotional disorders, not to mention hyperimmune disorders can also be an issue because a person's body in fight or flight or in hyper attention, hyper focus can actually lower the immune system, thus creating some physical illnesses potentially as well. Now, individuals with hyper intelligence are individuals who may be more prone to being night people. A couple of reasons for this. Number one, people with hyperintelligence have been researched to maybe not need as much sleep as the other person. They're also higher energy, which is kind of the next thing on my list, which the energy issue means that their sleep schedule might be a bit off, might be, kind of unbalanced. I know for me, I work primarily second and third shift because my mind works best in clusters of about 12 to 14 hours. And it just so happens that the majority of my clients who are around the country need me at times that aren't perhaps, and actually around North America more accurately, might need me at times that aren't conducive to when my time zone lines up with their time zone. So, needing to do that, I've gotten in the habit of being kind of a person who's rising for work in the afternoon, working through the night, kind of sleeping during what most people would consider third shift, or I'm sorry, first shift, and that is often a sign of hyperintelligence. So, the expectation both of self, so perfectionism, and of others, meaning kind of pressure for people to follow through on their word in a really aggressive way, and the expectation that when a person gives their word, they keep it for the person who is, hyper intelligent is higher than most people. The ability to forgive something not going according to plan is easier for someone with lower to middle intellect, partially because they're not thinking 3, 4, 6 steps ahead as it relates to, well, this is the ripple effect this could have by you not doing this on a timely fashion. We could lose this deal down the road here, and this and that, this and that. Meanwhile, they're going, how do you see all that in the one action? And the answer is the hypersensitive, hyper smart person is more apt to read between the lines and look 2, 3, 4, 6 steps ahead in terms of patterns and in terms of likelihood of outcomes. The next thing is they overthink, overanalyze. So, this can be extremely difficult for a person who has a very analytical mind The analytical mind of a person with heightened intelligence is always in motion. Even when they look like they're having a good time, they're thinking, how can I make it a better time? They're thinking, what about the person over there who's standing on the wall who isn't having a good time? How do I draw them in? They're thinking, what is all 57 people in this room thinking of me at the moment? How can I up my value to this party, to this experience, to this, interactive space? And that creates a level of stress, as mentioned earlier, but I'll reiterate it as we close. A person of hyperintelligence is more likely to have related illnesses, not because they necessarily deserve it, not because they're unintelligent people, but because the heightened sense of always being in motion and the mind virtually almost never slowing down creates challenges for that individual in a way that ultimately hinders the development of more balanced approach to daily living. And so hopefully this can be helpful to somebody. Keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Until next time, everybody.